We want to know whether or not this sequence is going to have a limit. When we're talking about the limit, we're talking about when n goes forever. In the end game of this sequence, we're looking for the limit as n goes to infinity of 3 times n to the third minus 1 divided by 2 times n to the third plus 1. Some of you may know the trick and say it's 3 halves, but we need to do it some way legitimate. You're like, that's infinity over infinity, so can't I use L'Hopital's? Well, yeah, you could, but you'd have to use it 3 times. So to do less work, let's do it more algebraically. We have the quotient of 2 polynomials. When you have the quotient of 2 polynomials, you're going to divide by the biggest power. Oh yeah, baby. That biggest power is n to the third. So you do top and bottom by n to the third. Then you distribute that in there. Why? Because we're going to get some reduction on this sequence, so that when we run our limit, we see our n to the thirds, they reduce, and I'm left with 3 minus 1 over n to the third, all over 2 plus 1 over n to the third. Now, some of you may have heard that the limit of the quotient is the quotient of the limits. But wait, there's more. For more of your limit properties, the limit of a sum and the limit of the difference is the difference of the limits. So we pass that limit into each one of those terms, and now we're going to clean that up. Let's go ahead and take it on up here. Now the limit of a constant as n goes to infinity consistently stays the same. It's constant. So that limit is 3. But wait, what about this one here, see? I'm looking at that tiny little piece in here. Yeah, that one right there. Well, that limit is 0, because what? We're going to end up with 1 over a really, really, really big number. I know, it's Sir Mix-a-Lot's postulate. I like big denominators, and I don't know why. But that's why that fraction goes to 0. Let's take a look down there in that denominator. Boom, that's 2. For the same reason, the top was 3. Now we have a 0 here. Why? For the same reason that the numerator 1 over n to the third was 0. So then when we do our arithmetic, it's all over but the box and flower.